Hey, I decided to do something a little different today. I'm going to be pulling these cards from this world. Um, didn't realize that with this idea, I was going to have to stand still, so you may see some shaking. It's just the way that the camera likes to take everything in, and it might cause me to get a little dizzy, so I'm gonna not move my head as much. But I want to welcome you all to the spiritual corner for this special um reading. I wanted to do something fun and do something in a virtual world. This is my avatar here that I made myself. Still Prism, P-Chan, or PZ, whatever you want to call me. Honestly, this is like the OC of the name, I guess you could say, and where it came from. I love rainbows, so I like to display that in all versions of me, including in VR. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. I'm going to put him here just to make it easier for all of us. The Moon in reverse. So something's been revealed. Interesting. I love these cards too. I mean, who doesn't like raccoons? And just the way they're drawn is so beautiful. Nine of Pentacles. So I'm just going to stop here just to take the message in. So we have the Nine of Wands, Moon, and the Nine of Pentacles. So there could have been some sort of difficult change, some sort of situation where you had to fight, had to stand up for yourself. And it looks like you had to kind of opt out of the situation because of something that's been revealed. Regardless, you ended up in your Nine of Pentacles, which is beautiful energy. You are self sufficient, independent, and you're just going through this alone. So maybe there was a situation where you had to let go of someone, whether that be friend, family member, or a close loved one, someone that you were in a romantic connection with. Even if that romantic connection was new, old, doesn't matter. Uh, you needed to separate yourself, isolate yourself, and work on yourself and build yourself from the ground up, because that is what a Nine of Pentacles does. She is, or he, is able to do what they need to do without the help of others, or rather they are self-sufficient. They don't need anyone. They're not codependent, and they get it done regardless. I'm pulling this just to see what the moon was in reverse, what um this information that was revealed, especially with the Page of Pentacles. That is definitely a message, or even a commitment, something like that. But let's see, what is the Page of Pentacles? The Star reversed. So the star can be a lot of things. It could be a wish granted, it could be illumination, it could be healing, um, definitely Aquarius energy. So I'm getting that possibly with the moon, something was revealed that a commitment couldn't be healed, or a commitment couldn't be granted, unfortunately. Um, let's see what that was. The Seven of Cups reversed. Gosh, we have a lot of revealing energy here. There could have been illusions put on um over something hidden in a mist that was revealed. I'm gonna ask, hey, was this revealed from was this revealed to the collective, or rather was this revealed to others? Interesting that we got the Three of Cups. So this was revealed to others. So maybe you had to walk away from some sort of situation that was causing you grief, causing you to just be over it, tired, even. And with the Nine of Wands to the Moon reversed, it was revealed why you had to walk away and become the self-sufficient person that you was. A message that had been revealed to others about what couldn't be healed, what had to be let go, what couldn't be granted. And this was whatever it was under an illusion um, to other people. This could have been friends. This could be just a group of others. Let's see what the relationship is when it comes to you and this Three of Cups. The Two of Swords reversed. So, this is clarity. This is coming to a decision. Like if you're in a fork in the road, you're making a decision rather than sitting on it. This is movement. Let's see what this is. Two of Swords. The Nine of Swords reverse. So maybe you had to make a decision to help heal from a very tumultuous, anxiety filled situation is what I'm getting here. Interesting. Was this caused by this? Let's see. Who is this Three of Cups to you? The Magician. Something you manifested, something that was manifested. Let's get one more on that. Death reversed. One more. The Sun. What the heck? This is crazy. So I'm getting this group to you was they manifested something to not be transformed. And this was your joy. This could also be they didn't want something to be revealed. What didn't they want to be revealed? The Two of Pentacles reversed. Something that they can't juggle anymore if this is current. I'm getting this is current. Something they can't juggle anymore. Something that is becoming harder to sustain. Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is coming in fast. I'm gonna just go ahead and take all this back. So, what I'm getting here so far is that you had to really make a decision, and your decision was based off of your livelihood, your sanity, your mental state. And honestly, I applaud you for that. It's not easy to walk away from those who you saw as friends at one point that you may have hoped to grow with, but unfortunately, it didn't seem like they had your best interest at heart, unfortunately. There's something that they wanted to play out through illusion and confusion. Um, and they wanted to make this happen while being hidden, if that makes sense. So they still wanted to make it look like they were innocent, or maybe even your friends, but unfortunately they were against you. And you may have discovered this may have become clear to you, to where you just said, I don't want to fight for this anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. This isn't even like, I feel like you're not even a dramatic person. You're not into the drama. This is why you stepped away after seeing that it was just a lost cause. So we have the Magician reverse. So yes, a lot of manipulation was definitely carried out in this situation. What was this manipulation? Ooh. The devil reversed. Something that you had to detach from. Um, Whether it be addictions, or fear, or I'm getting a lot of some sort of fear or obsession. You had to detach from maybe someone being very obsessive about how you were perceived in a group setting, I think. Queen of Swords reversed. Yes. Truth was used against you, or how people used information was used against you. They wanted you to be perceived as someone that was cold, maybe even someone that was a liar, someone that wasn't of the truth. Or this could also be someone projecting that onto you who isn't of the truth, who is very cold and a liar, and who also plays I'm getting just plays with people mentally. Very strategic, very um, calculated is the word I'm thinking of. This could be a female or a male, but I'm getting feminine energy from this. Very catty. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, they worked really hard to make this happen. They were diligently working, really trying to just get all the intricacies and the complexities. This was not only to complete their mission or whatever, but this was also to make themselves seem covert. They were trying to hide, to continue whatever narrative they had for themselves, to continue whatever mask they wanted to wear for themselves. Three of or this is interesting. This is actually the Four of Swords, but they put three. But don't worry, the picture says it all. This is the Four of Swords. Um, Clearly, this did not end well. Just the way that it's being captured here, from the Magician reverse to the Eight of Pentacles, working really hard, to being laid out in bed. They did not successfully get this off. I'm sure for a while they had people fooled, clearly, with the other spread that we had, where a lot of things are being revealed there with the Seven of Cups reversed, the Moon reversed, but at the same time, they weren't able to keep that going for long. They may have even tried to go back to the drawing board to, go back to doing something over and over and over, and hoping that, there would be a consistency with their success. But obviously, that didn't pan out the way that they planned. Yeah, they're saying that now. You could also be seeing something. I'm also getting that. You learned from this situation. You were able to understand truly what was going on in your environment. Let's see what they were diligently working on. Spirit, what is the Eight of Pentacles? Page of Pentacles reversed. Maybe from you getting a message. This could also be from you getting commitment from someone. They could also have not been committing to this, like, as calculated as they want to come off. There were some things that they were missing. They were sloppy, if that makes sense. Even though they were working really hard on it, they were being sloppy. Queen of Cups. Yeah, they didn't want someone to be committed, or a commitment to come in for Queen of Cups. This is a sweetheart. This is someone who is deeply intuitive, who is very much in touch with their emotions, who is just a darling, a sweetheart, someone that just, they call this person the nicest person in the tarot deck. If you cross a Queen of Cups, you're obviously a bad person, which is really sad. Here we have the Seven of Pentacles. So they were waiting on something to happen. Clearly, it didn't happen if they're laid out right here. So maybe they had people fooled, but they didn't get what they wanted. They had to still be patient and wait for whatever they were getting, and it ended up not happening. And they're seeing that just did not happen. We're gonna get one more for the spread. The sun, things were revealed. Oh my freaking gosh, this is actually beautiful. You could have also come out of this with joy. You handled this with optimism. So that's even more beautiful to see that you didn't let this bring you down. Even with all that you saw, you learned that that wasn't the end of you. And I think that this right here is the moment where you learned to bow out, to not let this affect you, whether you had already bowed out by the time they were diligently back to the drawing board, or you had bowed out, while this was commencing. You left at the right time, and you were able to keep your light intact. And I think that's the most beautiful thing out of all of this. Like, who really cares about what the heck they were doing? It's all about how what you did, you know? So just if anything, focus on that. We all make mistakes. We all don't see everything, even as light workers, indigo children, as psychics. We are not perfect. We are actually put on this earth, even though we have gifts, to live, to learn. So you were able to come out of this, even with all that you were against, stronger and still happy. Page of Cups. So interesting. Page of Cups has a lot to do with someone shy, someone that has a bright imagination, who has their head in the clouds, who's learning to love, learning emotion, who has they may have a little bit to give, but they're also learning to give, in certain contexts, of course. In a lot of contexts, this could be someone who's immature emotionally, um, who just doesn't have they just don't have it figured out. Like, even if you look here, he seems very naive, very innocent as he looks at this little fish. And if someone came along, this is all he would be able to offer, is this tiny little fish. Um, they aren't ready to really go out there and give the way that they would want to, because there's a lack of experience there. I'm getting that whoever this is who is in the Four of Swords laid out, they lack maturity, they lack emotional maturity, and they aren't able to give as much as they want to. I'm also getting that this is a Queen of Cups versus a Page of Cups. This is someone who thought they were big and bold and bad, but they're little fish in this biz. This is why they weren't able to necessarily succeed in whatever they were trying to do to bring you down. The Page of Wands, and this is in reverse. So this person is getting bad news. They are also immature in their actions. They are very much someone who doesn't think before they act, someone that's very impulsive in their actions. So whatever they chose, however, whatever made them choose to do this to you was all through impulsive, emotionally, I should say, a lack of emotional processing with why they decided to do this. They may have did this with no understanding of what could happen. They just thought, I want this, or I want this person to feel this way. They could even want you to feel the way that they feel every day, or how they felt at the time, whatever it is. I mean, obviously, this isn't a person who has a lot of security in themselves. Definitely with the Page of Wands in reverse and them just coming up as page here. Nine of Pentacles. Yes, look at that. This is someone that's insecure, codependent. This is the opposite of you, as we pulled earlier. This is someone that just does not feel how you probably feel. And even if you aren't 100% secure, you are very much more secure in yourself than this person, or you at least know that you already know your morality. You know who you are or how you treat people. You know how to treat people. You're very, very sweet and you're very giving. You're very generous with your love and your emotions. That's who a Queen of Cups is. And with you being that emotionally sound, you're also an empath, or you're empathic in the sense that you have empathy. You understand, you know, you put yourself in the place of others and you know how it feels. You feel other people's feelings, especially when they're talking to you passionately. You can almost feel what they've been through. And with this person doesn't have that expansion on understandings of emotions. I can't believe we're going this crazy with this. Yeah, and we have the Hierophant in reverse. So they lost a title. I'm getting that if this wasn't a friendship relationship that you had to walk away from, this may have been a romantic situation. This doesn't have to be this person. It could be that person that decided to, I don't know, go against you for no reason, even though they were with you. But this could also be someone in that friendship group that decided, hey, I don't like this situation going on. This Queen of Cups is, whether male or female, is too perfect. They are too emotionally sound, and I don't like it because they reveal a lot of what I am not. And this doesn't even have to be their thought process, because they don't even have the capacity to think that with the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. But they are definitely that's what the fuel had to have been, or at least something of that sort. Take it as it resonates. This is a collective reading. But regardless, they didn't get what they wanted. They lost the title. They could even be watching you right now because they are stuck on the fact that you're still in this sun energy. You're still optimistic, joyous. You're still enjoying life. You're on your horse with your flag and your flower crown, with your crew, or this could be family. You could also still be alone, but people still champion you as someone who is sweet as you are. They see you as you are. Screw this group. Other people see you, and maybe the people in the group finally know you for who you are. Let's see. Spirit, what is this Page of Swords, so we can see who's watching, what's going on here. Judgment in reverse. So yeah, they're watching as they I love that they're in trash cans. Like, what is it? They could be receiving negative judgment about who they are. They're seeing that others may see them as trash cans, or people who are just as trashy as them are pointing their shit out. So sorry, they're pointing their stuff out just so they can also feel better about themselves. They're just like, look at you, da, 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 you fallen angel. They could also be a fallen angel after all of this, due to all of the lies that they decided to send, all the lies that are being given negative judgment. People are seeing them for who they are. They're seeing this, and they're judging them. Even if they are trash people themselves, they're judging them. So whatever they did had to have been pretty freaking bad. But clearly, I think messing with a Queen of Cups is the worst thing that you can do, especially lying on them or making it out to be like you did something, or manipulating others to see you in a way that they are. And then we have the Ace of Cups reversed. So yeah, this is really, I'm really getting, if it wasn't like a relationship, it was a deep friendship here that you had to let go. And what, however they wanted to get what you had, they're not getting it. No, they're Page. They're Page in a Queen of Swords reversed energy. They might as well be considered a narcissist at this point. They do things for their own, for their own means, for their ulterior motives. They will step on anybody just to make themselves feel better, and they have no love to give. So would why would they think they would get love? Hmm. Um, so the sun, you are sat back. Look at you. You are sitting back in the comfiest chair with your cups on the table, just chilling. Like, this is actually really, really adorable. I love this so much. And with this going underneath the sun, because this is what I pulled it for, you are shining. And look at how that sits with the sun over this person. It's almost like you are radiating so much that you're shining on yourself, bro. Like, this is actually beautiful. So, regardless of what you've been through, you are coming out of this wonderful. And this has people imbalanced. This has people upset. This is again, that fallen angel energy is what I'm getting here. They are upset that you are in this energy, and it is sad because they could really just look inside themselves and heal something. But it's okay because you're doing that. This is also, I'm getting what they need to do is go within and heal all that anxiety, all that distress that caused them to do all this. But that's what you're doing after this situation, after being in the Nine of Wands energy, which is the wounded warrior. You decided to mend yourself, heal yourself. This is after healing, you were able to achieve this Sun, Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles energy, which this is just beautiful. I'm going to pull one more. And this is crazy. And you come out as the Empress. The Empress is all of the queens in the upright as well as the High Priestess energy. She is someone who is intuitive. She is able to defend herself. She is the truth. She is radiant. She is beautiful. She is creative. She creates. You could be a mother. The Empress is very much a mothering energy, a nurturing energy, but you don't have to be. If you aren't, you just have a very nurturing spirit. You mother things, you mother people, you mother animals. Animals love you. Um, Everything, like, it's just look at this. You control all of the elements: earth, water, fire, air, in harmony, in beauty. And that is a beautiful way to end this reading. I want to be one of the first people, if not the next person, to let you know that you are a radiant, wonderful person. And you were able to come out of this without losing yourself, and that is something to celebrate. So if you aren't celebrating yourself with that in mind, you need to start, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel like you've passed a mission. You were able to move through this, making the right decisions, not falling into the pit of being just as these people are. And that is a wonderful thing, because a lot of people can't do that. People end up falling into what they wanted for you: despair, distress, sadness, a lack of empathy, losing that empathy that you have, losing that sweetness that you have, and turning bitter. But you did not. You're not insecure, and things that you are insecure about, you don't let that dictate how you treat others. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I know it was a lot different than other readings, but I came into this world and I saw this deck and I was just like, you're not confused. I saw this deck and I was just like, this is this is the moment where I need to do something different. So, um Yeah, thanks for enjoying me in my virtual world. Again, this isn't a world that I made. Maybe I should shout out the world because that would be nice. Yes, this is made by Soy Mapachito, Taro Mapachito, and this has been the Spiritual Corner. See you next time. Bye.